Sean Diddy Combs' defense lawyers are set to make their closing arguments in the hip-hop mogul's sex trafficking trial today. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, including racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The jury is expected to begin deliberations either late today or on Monday. If convicted, Combs faces a minimum 15 years in prison. Possibly, he could get life. And with me now is entertainment lawyer John Bradley. John, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Roger. How are you?
Good. What can we expect today with the proceedings?
Roger, today is the big show. I mean, this is what we do. And funny, it's not so much different from what you do, because when it's showtime, it's time to go. And now we're going to expect about a 3-hour closing argument. And there's one single goal of the defense: to prove that the government has not established its case. It's very different from a defense obligation to prove innocence. We don't have that in the U.S. So the defendant is going to click off everything that they claim doesn't prove their case. So there's two parts of that. One, ticking off all of those items that they say the government didn't prove the case with, and two, to put their spin on the things that were presented. And that's going to be the effort today. We know that there's 5 charges: sex trafficking by fraud, coercion, and force, transportation to engage in prostitution, and the big one, racketeering, RICO, organized crime, using their business's power and influence to run a criminal enterprise. And that's the big one for a couple of reasons, Roger. One, the penalties are significant: 15 years to life in prison. But all of the instrumentalities of that charge, the businesses, the homes, all of that can be subject to seizure by the government. It's a serious penalty.
For the jury, is this a difficult trial to try and unpack and make a decision on?
I think it is, because one, it's a significant length, so there's big evidence, and there's a whole lot of, serious cross-examination. There's people that are crying on the stand. There's big stakes here. So the jury has to look at 2 things. One, the evidence, the physical things that are in front of them: videos, photographs, text messages, all of that. And 2, the witnesses. Well, the jury's analysis is the same for both. Is it believable? Does it tend to establish an element in one of these crimes and claims? And does it pass muster? So evidence. We've got video recordings. Famous recording of the violence in the hotel room on Cassie. That's significant. But alone, that's not enough to prove a racketeering claim. There's other videos of these freak-offs that they were having. There's photos. There's text messages, as I say, and emails, and those sort of things. The other part of the witnesses. There's 2 major witnesses here. One is Cassie. I would suggest that her testimony has been compelling, but the defense is going to argue, well, this is a woman scorned, this is a woman who took the money, this is a woman who has an axe to grind, and all of those things.
Okay.
The jury has to decide, do they believe what she has to say, or don't they? And the second witness is this person testifying under the name Jane. She had a lot to say, too. Well, the defense is going to come at her the same way. Is she believable? She's an ex-girlfriend. What's in it for her? Is there government immunity? Is there a payoff in a civil case? What adds up to a conviction?
All right.
I would expect, Roger, that the government thinks that the RICO case is the big goal here. And if they don't come in with a victory on that, I think that they will find that to be a significant loss.
Okay. John, we appreciate you taking the time, and thank you very much.